Well, I just wouldn't mind carrying out my own little investigation down at the docks tomorrow.
Wally, why don't you just let that up to the police?
Hell, Judy, I've got to do something. I might be able to help.
All right, all right. I never said you couldn't, did I?
But that's one of the reasons I've called you all in here. Firstly, all work duties will be suspended for the time being.
Yay!
However, I'm calling for volunteers to help Dr. Collins and Sister Kelly with fever patients. So if any of you feel that you can help, would you come and give your names to Mrs. Powell?
Hey, you two!
Right there!
Come on, we can't stop now. They're not gonna put me...
You bastard! You dirty trigger-having bastard! You bastard!
You look the way I feel. Like some coffee?
No, thanks.
What's the matter?
I've got some bad news.
Not more cases?
No, not since Adler. The police have just rung.
And?
Maxine Daniels has been shot dead.
Oh, no. How did it happen?
It was a payroll robbery. She was shot by the security guard as she was trying to escape.
Oh, God. Was Walker with her?
No. She did have an accomplice who managed to get away, but the description didn't match.
Have the women been told yet?
No. No, I just thought under the circumstances it was best we keep it to ourselves. She was very fond of Lizzie.
I agree. We're going to have enough trouble keeping up morale as it is. And Lizzie may need all the strength she can get before this fever runs its course.
Sharon, that's her sister.
Helen, come on. Helen. Yes, come on. Don't worry about Sharon. She's fine. She's well away from this place. Now, come on. I want you to try and drink this. That's a go. That's the way. Come on.
Another patient, Scott? Any bed in particular?
Yeah, that one there. Tony, can you help him, please?
Yes, sure.
That's it. All right, here you go.
Pixie, will you help Tony?
Delighted to.
Sister Kelly's about to drop. I'll go and give her a hand.
Yeah, up we go, love.
I think your halo's shiny enough.
Eh?
Well, you can go back to your passive mates with a clear conscience.
Bea, can you give me a hand, please?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, look, I'm sure she didn't mean that. She's just worried about Helen. Actually, I think you're being very brave.
See, she was such a helpful assistant, Pixie.
Mason, you're supposed to be helping out in the kitchen.
Well, I just got here, Miss Ferguson, and Tony needs me.
Out.
I'll bring you something special.
Oh, that's a relief. Thanks for ringing so soon.
Oh, hey, what's the hurry?
I want to get down to the docks early, start tracking down the infamous Harry.
Listen, I've been thinking about that. Now, maybe you ought to let that up to the police.
No, I can't just sit around here. I've got to try and do something.
Well, for heaven's sakes, be careful.
See you later.
Yeah. Now, hang about, you can't go.
Why not?
Well, we haven't had the results back from the tests.
Yes, we have. They just rang. We're negative.
Great. Oh, and thanks for telling me.
Mrs. Reynolds, how much longer is this going to continue?
Sorry?
Keeping us here. I object to spending the night locked in some cell like a common criminal.
You were put in isolation at your own request.
I most certainly never asked to be shut away.
Mr. Payne, you asked to be kept away from the women. The isolation block was the obvious solution. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to get some coffee.
But I would just like to...
And I would like to get some coffee. It's been a very long night. How are you this morning, Mrs. Henderson?
As well as can be expected, but like Don, I would like to get out of here.
We all would. Let's hope it'll be soon. Breakfast. Thank you, Pixie.
I read that food is really good for you in times of stress. Oh, Mrs. Reynolds, isn't it awful? Here we all are fighting for our lives, and, well, Tony's being absolutely wonderful, and of course Dr. Collins is too. Do you know if Tony's married, Mrs. Reynolds?
No, I don't think so.
I think he's being so brave. I think he needs a strong woman to stand beside him, to help him fight poverty and misery.
Yes, Pixie, but
I
I
think
don't
that I will marry him, and together we will...
Mason, you should be back in the kitchen by now.
What are you doing with those? I gave them to Tony.
Hardly what I would call a suitable breakfast. Now get back there and get some decent food. Go on, get out. Governor, that woman is nothing but nuisance value, and under the circumstances...
Keep down the noise.
Several cases of Lassa fever have been reported overnight. The source of the disease is still unspecified. Health department officials are reluctant to comment. However, we have learnt that at least 2 people are believed to have been placed in the infectious diseases unit at Wentworth General Hospital. Now, the weather for tomorrow.
Yeah, what can I get you?
I'll just have a tomato juice, thank you.
Tomato juice. You sure you wouldn't like a kick of it?
She'll be right. It's a bit early in the morning for me.
Yeah, well, everyone to their own poison, that'll be 50 cents. Good on you.
Actually, I was after a bit of info.
Oh, yeah?
Wondering if you've heard of a bloke called Harry.
I know lots of Harrys.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know his surname, but I do know he's a sailor. He's probably just put in from West Africa.
Hmm.
Look, I'm not with the police.
We've already had them in a couple of times this morning.
Oh. Well, do you know him? Look, I just want to talk to him. I think he's brought something back for a mate of mine.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Any idea where I can get in touch with him?
No.
Thanks anyway.
Look, why don't you go around the docks? There's a tub pulled in there. She's from Africa. The name's Motana.
car was found later near a disused quarry. The two fugitives are still at large. Police are still investigating
You want me to get that,
the
Judith?
incident last night in which a young woman was shot dead. The woman, Maxine Daniels, was a recent visitor to the Wentworth detention
Oh, my God,
no! $7,000 was taken in the robbery, and police are looking for a second person who may be able to help them in their investigations. She is aged about 35 years of age and medium build. When last seen,
Judy,
she
what's
was
the
wearing
matter?
jeans and a leather jacket.
You okay? Listen, there's someone to see you.
You sure you're going to be all right?
I'm fine. It's just hearing it like that. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I bet it was a shock. Look, you sure I can't get you anything?
No.
Look, I didn't know her or anything, but from what you say, she sounded like a good kid.
She was. She got herself into all sorts of scraps, but her heart was always in the right place.
Never changes, does it? It's always the good ones who cop the rough end of the stick. Look, can't I get you something?
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll leave you to it then. I'll clean up the kitchen.
I'm really sorry about all this. Not much of a welcome for you.
It's okay. Close friend, eh?
Yeah.
I'm real sorry.
What can I do for you?
I was just wondering if I could crash here for a while. Got tossed out of my last place, I got nowhere to go.
Who's told you about us?
Can't remember her name, but she said she was a friend of yours. And if ever I was in trouble, you'd be the one to go to. Just need some time till I get to new digs, that's all.
We got plenty of room here.
Thanks.
Well, apparently it's something called Lassa fever.
Lassa fever? That's a bad one.
I'd never even heard of it before.
When you've been at sea as long as I have, there isn't much you haven't seen or heard of.
No signs of any symptoms in your crew?
No, been halfway around the world to get here. I reckon if this Harry was in the crew and was a carrier, I'd have had a few cases to report myself.
Oh, well. Thanks anyway.
What makes you think this Harry's a sailor?
Oh, it's just a shot in the dark. I heard he lived around here, goes overseas a lot. Thought this was a good place to start looking.
That's all you have to go on?
Yep. Except the fact that he might be a heroin dealer.
One of them, eh?
Well, thanks anyway, Captain.
Hey, better leave us your phone number. Never know what I might hear. Never did like dope dealers.
Ah, any idea yet when we'll be getting out?
No, afraid not.
Yeah, well, I hope to God it's soon. Trying to run a business by phone is ludicrous. That fool of assistant is using the situation to his advantage. He'll smile on the other side of his face when I get out of here, I can tell you.
Poses problems for all of us, Don. God, I never thought that trying to help people would be so unrewarding. And look at you. You spend your time helping these women, I bet there hasn't been a word of thanks.
What can you expect when the governor treats you as if you're wasting your time? An attitude which should not be forgotten in our report, I might add.
I hope you're not thinking of going back into that sickness, Tony. We are here to gather a report on efforts at rehabilitation, not to put our lives at risk.
Oh, Irene, look, our basic reason for being here was to try and help these women. Now, if we really mean it, surely now would be the best chance.
I get you, Fur. They're beyond help. Anything you can do is keep them locked up.
You honestly believe that's all that can be done? No wonder they're so into helping each other. I mean, look at B. Smith.
Smith? Oh, God. It's the trouble with you lot. Your rose-coloured glasses are steamed up with your own hot air. B. Smith has killed 3 people. She's little better than an animal. They all are.
I find that pretty bloody hard to believe. I mean, she's been up all night, putting her life at risk trying to help her friends.
Don't let that fool you, Mr. Maguire. Smith's not risking a thing. She's never going to get out of here. Not until they carry her out. Feet first.
She's helping where she can.
Sorry, Anne. I seem to have come to a bit of a dead end. You sure those women didn't feed you the wrong info about Glynis and a friend, eh?
I suppose we can't be sure, but I don't see why they would, considering the situation. But it was definitely Harry she was talking about just before she died.
Oh, well, nobody seems to want to know anything about a Harry down here. I get the distinct feeling that outsiders aren't welcome when they come around the place asking questions about one of their own.
Well, thanks for trying, Wally.
I've decided that as an investigator, I make a damn good potter. Anyway, what's more important? How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Tired, but fine. Actually, I'm feeling a bit useless myself at the moment.
I wish I was there with you.
So we could be useless together. I'd better go. Thanks again, Wally.
Look, I'll be at Driscoll if you need me, and just don't hesitate to call.
You may regret that statement someday.
I'll take my chances on that one.
Good. Bye.
Any news about our mystery man?
Afraid not. Now, what can I do for you?
It's this letter come for Lizzie. I thought you might like to keep it from her for a while. It's from Maxine.
Oh, thanks, Lizzie. Just what a hungry man needs.
Oh, go on with you, Doc.
Hey, where's Tony? I made him something special. He was looking so pale.
Oh, we just went for a break for a moment. Pixie will be back in a minute. I'll make sure he gets that.
Come on, Bee, love. I've got some of your favourites out there.
No thanks, Lizzie. I couldn't eat.
Oh, you gotta eat. Hey, Doc.
B, eat. Doctor's orders. And you shouldn't be in here without a mask, Lizzie.
Come on, scoot.
Oh, Tony, I made you some tuna fish sandwiches. Now you just sit down and let me look after you.
Pixie, you're an angel.
And I bought you some more cakes. Now hide them before Miss Ferguson gets them. I'm sure she takes them.
Oh, in that case, I won't let her get them.
Oh, good, Bee. Helen looks bloody awful. And you don't look much better yourself.
Should see it from this side.
Well, you should get some rest, love. Mrs. M, make her go and have a rest.
Lizzie's right, Bee. You should have taken a break with Petra. You look terrible. No thanks. I'll stay a bit longer. See Helen through the crisis.
Bloody hell, Doc!
Oh, God, man, you all right?
Here, I'll get him.
Yeah, get him in here.
Just the legs took a holiday for a moment, that's all.
Time for a rest.
So I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine.
Oh, God, Mrs. M, you don't reckon he's coming down with it, do you?
I'll just take 5 minutes and
He's
check
too nice. We can't let him die.
Pixie is not going to die. She's just very tired, that's all.
Yeah. She was a beaut kid. Mind you, she could be a handful sometimes. If Tony were here, he'd vouch for that.
Who's Tony?
Oh, Tony used to help me run the old halfway house. Maxine had the hots for him. God, they were funny days, you know. We were so broke. Once I remember Maxine decided she's gonna help. Then she goes shoplifting, starts flogging the stuff off. I nearly strangled her when I found out.
Wasn't as if she was doing it for herself, though.
She's only trying to help.
Well, what else are mates for?
I know.
Yeah, she was always talking about her old mates. She said that...
Hang on. I didn't know you knew Maxine. I said I didn't know you knew Maxine.
Well, what I meant was that...
When did you know her?
Fairly recent.
Recent? Clear out. Clear out. I want to have a word with Tinker. Now, I've got some questions for you, and I want the truth.
Oh, God, I'm buggered. I feel like popping into bed with the doc.
Lizzie.
Right. No, I'm too tired.
Florence Nightingale there doesn't seem to be feeling the strain.
Well, it must be love. Oh, God, B, it's Babs.
Okay, Doc, I'll get this.
No, it's fine. I had a good rest. I feel like a new man.
I never thought I'd ever say this, but I don't think I could handle a new man right now.
Oh, you must be tired.
Pixie, will you go and get me a drip, please?
I'll get it, Doc.
You all right?
Yeah. I had about 6 weeks in bed, couldn't fix.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Tony, what I said before about do-gooders.
Oh, forget it.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. You definitely don't fit into that category.
Eh?
Yeah.
You know the rules, Smith. No fraternising with civilians.
Come on, Miss Ferguson.
I'm sorry, Mr. McGrath, but this is a prison and we do have rules, regardless of the situation. You've been warned, Smith.
There aren't a few others around to hear that warning.
What are you talking about, Smith?
Well, it's a pity that Maxine isn't here. She must have done quite a lot of collaborating with a certain prison officer. She and your girlfriend.
Yeah, well, perhaps it's not Tinker's fault, but every time I look at her, I can't help feeling that maybe she talked Maxine into it.
Maxie was a big girl, Jude. She knew what she was doing.
Well, if I hadn't turned her away, she might be alive today.
You can't go around blaming yourself for her death. It wasn't your fault.
I know that, Wally. But this house is supposed to help people. I don't know where to draw the line anymore.
Oh, now, come on, Jude. This Tinker's on the run from the police. If they find her here, they'll lock you up so fast your feet won't touch the ground. Then where will the rest of the women be?
All I know is that Maxine is dead, and I am one of the ones that turned her away. Tinker, I'm really sorry, but you know you can't stay here.
Forget it, I understand.
You gonna be all right?
Yeah, sure. I was heading up north anyway. Just wanted to check on some of these mates Maxie was always raving about. Well, I'd better push off now.
Good luck.
By the way, Maxie was right. You're okay.
Well, I think Tony is being extremely foolish. He certainly won't help matters if he comes down with this fever.
Maybe not, but as he said, we are supposed to be here to help. You and I aren't doing much, are we? Just hiding in here.
Irene, are you suggesting we should go out there? Those women are contagious.
They're ill. Now, surely there's something we can do.
Not with our responsibilities. Tony doesn't have a family, we have. We have to put them first, Irene. And my business. Where would my family be without that income? No, it's just too big a risk.
All right, Don, shut up. Well, how are things out there?
Oh, not good. Another 2 women have come down with it. God knows how many more there'll be.
Do you have enough people to help?
Well, we're coping at the moment, but the strain's starting to tell. We thought the doctor had it there for a while. It was just sheer exhaustion.
What's up? Where are you going?
I'm as worried about this as you are, Don, but sitting here isn't doing anyone any good.
Scott? We've got a new recruit.
Well, the more the merrier.
How's it going?
Oh, it could be worse. Not much, but it could be a lot worse.
Well, I'll leave you to it. And thank you. We appreciate all the help we can get.
Oh, well. So the do-gooder finally decided to do some good, huh?
Yes.
Took a while.
I'm sorry, I'm probably just not as brave as you are.
I'm not brave, lady. I'm just as scared as you are.
Well, it's about time. I was beginning to think I'd been forgotten.
You were, only these were left over.
Yeah, they look like it.
Yeah. Well, you're lucky to get them because we have to work for our tucker around here.
Would you mind not putting your hands all over the food I have to eat?
Bit late now because I made them myself and I licked all my fingers.
Just leave them alone. Be quiet, I'm trying to listen to this.
and we believe at least 12 of the inmates have contracted the disease.
12? There are only 10. Stupid-looking buggers can't even
Police
count.
today announced that they were no closer to finding the second person involved in the factory robbery at East Trentham last night. Maxine Daniels, a recent escapee from Wentworth, was shot dead while leaving the premises.
Maxine.
2 escapees from Woodridge
Oh, no.
are still at large.
Oh, no, no,
Police found a car
Maxine.
believed to have been used
Oh, no,
by
what have they done here, Maxine? Maxine! Oh, Maxine! Oh!
2 men were serving 9 years for armed robbery, and police have issued the warning that they should be approached with caution.
Why did they have to do it to her, B? Little Maxie never hurt anybody.
I don't know, love. I just don't know.
They've got to be wrong about her. She didn't want to come back here. She wouldn't have done that. They've got to be wrong, B.
Lizzie, do you feel like talking about it? I'm sorry, I know how close you and Maxine were.
What happened, Mrs. Reynolds?
There was a payroll robbery. Maxine was shot trying to escape.
Did you know about it?
Yes, we did.
Well, why didn't you tell me? I had to hear it from a bloody radio station. Why didn't you tell me, Mrs. M?
I'm sorry, Lizzie, but with things as they are, I felt that you were under enough stress. It was for your own good.
For my own good. And I had to hear it from a bloody stranger.
This letter came this morning from Maxine.
You read it to me, love.
Dear Lizzie, this is just to let you know I don't forget my old mates. I know you thought I must be bonkers breaking out.
I reckon I would have gone crazy if I'd stayed inside much longer. See, there's so much I want to do. But if I'm cooped up inside, I'll never get me chance. This time, though, I'm going to do it the right way. Get a job, find a nice place to live. Who knows, I might even find myself a bloke and get married. Guess stranger things have been known to happen, eh? I don't want you to worry about me, Lizzie. I reckon I'm on the right path now. Being broken by yourself is the hardest part. But now I met this real beaut girl and she's called Tinkerbell. I reckon she's going to be a real good mate. But don't worry, I won't forget all my mates in Wentworth. Just thought if I do get married, I could have kids. Hope the first one's a girl. If she is, I reckon I'll call her Lizzie. Anyway, I reckon that's me lot for now. I really am going to miss you all. Especially you, Lizzie. I love ya. Maxine.
Hello down there. Looks like you could use some help.
Ron, I could cry. It took me so long to stack them up, too. Just plain useless.
What? One minute accident and you're ready to cut your wrists.
One, they put me on this section because I was making such a mess of the shelves. They figured nobody could get the fruit and veggies mixed up.
Looks like you're doing all right. There's the apples. There's the grapes.
And there's the oranges.
Don't worry about it. No one expects you to be perfect straight off. Hell, I still make mistakes. You just have to learn how to cover it up, that's all. Only kidding. Come on, let's get these back where they belong and then I'll run you home.
It's only a block away.
Thought we'd go via the pizza place on the way. Haul a few balls. Gotta get that pretty face smiling again.
Sounds great.
Yeah, catch.
No, I'm fine. Yes, honestly. I still don't know when I'll get out, though. Yeah. Well, how are you managing? Ooh, I see. Try not to burn the place down, will you? Yeah. All right, just give my love to the kids. See you soon. Bye. I think they're enjoying not having me around. Barbecues every night.
I'll soon miss Mother's home cooking.
My wife's having a terrible time of it. It's so frustrating being locked up in here when I'm needed so much outside.
Sorry, Miss Ferguson, I can't accept that. That poor Lizzie was heartbroken.
Well, whatever you say, but I have spent more than a few hours with them, and I do know them for what they are.
Don, these women have a closeness that I wouldn't have thought possible shut away in here. Mrs. Powell, you should have seen that poor one. And it's not only that. Those women, they're just not thinking of themselves. They're looking after those sick women as if they're their own children. I feel so ashamed of myself just sitting in here trying to ignore the situation.
Yes, well, after all your hard work, you must be about ready to retire.
Yes, I am. Are you coming?
No, not yet. I find that isolation block extremely depressing. I'll stay down here for a little while.
I'll say goodnight then.
Good night. Joan, are you all right?
Yeah, it's just a bit of a headache.
I think I better check you over just to make sure.
Don't be stupid, I'm just tired. There's enough bleeding hearts in this room. Surely you can find someone to look after.
Hey, Petra, you got any fags? I've run out. That's when there's nothing coming into this lousy burg. Come on, Petra, you've been asleep all day. Hey, Petra, there's nothing wrong, is there? Oh, jeez, no! Help! Somebody help me! She's got it! She's got it! Whatever, she's got it! She's got it! Mrs. Bennett, I touched her! I'm gonna die! Oh, Doc, you gotta help me! She's got it! She's shivering and shaking and I touched her! Oh, God, if I don't get out of here!
God.
Scott.
You should be resting.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
You should be lying down while you got the chance.
I don't think I could. Anyway, I'm all right.
I suppose you were pretty close to Maxine.
She was a good kid. Couldn't wait to get out of this hole, though. Don't suppose I blame her.
Yeah.
Sometimes it drives you nuts.
I can understand that.
Can you?
I can try.
Tony?
Yeah.
Thanks.
What for?
Just for being here.
Oh, my God. No.
you doing?
Oh, thank goodness. I was just trying to find you.
What is it?
It's Miss Ferguson. I think she's got the fever.
Oh, God.
She's in a terrible state. You'd better hurry.
Yes, we are hurrying. Listen, you go and get Scott. I'll check and go.
Going somewhere?
Good evening.
There's something I can do for you?
You can open the gate.
Sorry, but no one's allowed to leave until a quarantine's lifted.
Excuse me, officer, but you don't seem to be aware of who I am.
I don't care who you are.
Look, I've got permission from Mrs. Reynolds to leave.
Funny, she hasn't told me.
Are you calling me a liar?
No, sir.
Then if you value your job here, I suggest you open the gate.
No, I have my orders. I suggest you go back inside.
But the governor... You can let me out. I got a wife and children. Please. I don't want to die here.
Right. Take it easy.
How is she, Scott?
Not good. All we can do is make her as comfortable as possible. B, can I have some water for Miss Ferguson, please?
You've asked the wrong person, Doc. She can fry in her own fat as far as I'm concerned.
That's enough of that. Go and get the water.
Is that an order, Mrs. Powell?
You're damn right it is. Now move it.
Then you'll have to put me on a charge. Because I wouldn't lift a finger to help that bitch. And nor to any of the other women in here.
Here you go.
Thanks. Hi. Thought you might like to come and have a drink with me.
No thanks, Rod. I'm in the middle of writing a letter home.
Oh, and where's home?
Little place you probably never heard of.
Ah, so you've come to the city for the bright lights and excitement.
Sort of.
Bit of a mystery girl, eh?
No. Things weren't too good at home. Dad's been having a bit of bad luck, so I thought I'd be more of a help if I got out of his hair.
So, you're a little runaway?
No. Dad wasn't too happy about it, but that's because he doesn't trust city people. It's just a bit of a worry bag, thought I might get myself into trouble. But I'm telling him, everything's wonderful. I've got a job and everything.
Except for the bright lights, and I will take care of that. Now, hurry up with your letter, and then we'll go...
No, look, as soon as I finish this, I'm going straight to bed.
Bed? But it's only 9 o'clock.
It's been a big day. My feet are like watermelons. So, look, would you mind awfully letting me finish this? I really am tired.
Sure. Right. We'll check out the bright lights next time.
All right, I'd love that. Good night.
Good night.
Maxie. Oh, don't do it, love. Maxie, don't do it. Oh. Maxie. Oh, shut up, Lizzie, can't you?
Come on, Stokes. I'll get you a drink. Come on, sit up. Oh, God! Scott!
Put it down.
Well, come on, one of you bastards, give me a hand. She weighs a ton.
Hi. Finished your letter yet?
Yeah, I was just going to bed.
What a great idea.
Well, I really am tired.
Well, I thought a glass of wine might help you sleep. You like this one? Great bouquet, terrific body, and the after effects, just terrific.
Well, actually, I don't drink wine. Dad used to have a beer sometimes. I quite like beer.
We'll make it beer next time. As I said, terrific body.
Hello, you two. Bit late for a social chat, isn't it?
Rod thought I might need something to help me sleep.
Oh, yes, he's very helpful that way. Aren't you, Rod?
Yes. Well, I reckon I'll slip along then.
Good night, Rodney.
Good night, Mrs. B.
Come on now, why don't you hop into bed? You don't want to spoil that pretty face of yours by great black circles under the eyes, do you?
That's Mrs. Beaton. Actually, that's just where I was headed when Rod came in.
Yeah, well, he's not backward about coming forward, our Rod, so why don't you just lock the door and snuggle up nice and tight, eh? Good night, love.
Good night, Mrs. Beaton.
Right. Oh, come on, you two. You should be up and ready.
I've only been asleep for an hour. Lizzie's been grumbling all night. It's like sleeping in a railway shunting yard.
Come along, Lizzie. Lizzie?
She hasn't got it too, has she?
Just stay here.
Oh, come on, Lizzie, you're putting it on, aren't you? Oh, gee, you see that? And they made me sleep with it! We're all gonna die of this bloody thing!
Hi. Oh. I can see you've heard the news.
What news?
About Lizzie.
Oh, my God, she's not dead, is she?
No, she's not dead, but she's got it. Anne says they're doing everything they can for her.
Oh, God, Wally.
I know.
First Maxine and now Lizzie. If she dies...
Now, cut that out. Lizzie's a tough old bird, remember? It'd take more than Lassa fever to kill Lizzie.
Yeah, well, I hope you're right, but she's got a bad heart, remember?
What's this?
Oh, that, huh? I found it in Tinker's room. It's a going-away present. Have a look inside, $2,000.
Why would she leave this behind?
Huh. She left this note. She wants it to spend it in the way that Maxine would like. It's her cut of the robbery. Wally, what the hell are we going to do with it?
How is she, Doc?
Not too good, I'm afraid, B. With Lizzie's heart condition, all we can do is wait and hope.
Oh, come on, love. Lizzie, come on. You silly old bugger. That heart's too big to throw in the towel now.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.